Coming up on today's show, we break down the highly anticipated new installment in the Alien franchise, Alien Romulus. Stay tuned. Welcome to Scary World, where we walk you through the latest and greatest in the world of horror. I am your host, Arturo Padilla.
Hi.
For those of you just joining us, don't forget to subscribe up above and say what's up down below. We have one major rule around here, folks. No spoilers. Now that we got that out of the way, there are 5 categories: production, story, ensemble, horror, and legacy. Each category can earn the maximum of 2 points.
Showtime.
Per IMDb, the synopsis goes, while scavenging the deep ends of a derelict space station, a group of young space colonists come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe. This movie was directed by Fede Alvarez, who previously directed Don't Breathe and the 2013 Evil Dead remake. With Romulus, Alvarez produced a beautiful love letter to the Alien franchise.
Fucking thing's hunting us.
Open the door, come on.
Run.
Alvarez and his team ensured that this movie did not disappoint. The film looks fantastic. Every shot was framed and composed for peak effectiveness. The production seamlessly incorporates high-quality CG with high-quality practical effects, and the outcome is successful. There is one slight hiccup and a questionable decision made with the quality of a CG shot, but the good outweighs the bad. Every facet of this film's production was expertly executed and a complete success. I was a really big fan of the look of this movie. I think Alvarez and his team did a great job with the production and with the scaling of the models and the practical effects and the practical props. There is a lot of tangibility on this set, as seen in the first 2 Aliens. In Alien and in Aliens, we see James Cameron and Ridley Scott both adding a lot of tangibility to their set to help the actors. And there is the same quality here in this movie. A lot of buttons, a lot of clicks, a lot of screens turning on appropriately when people are pressing stuff. And it looks really good on the screen. It comes off really well done, really well executed, and it really helps elevate every scene. Because of all the practical stuff in this movie, every shot is important and every shot looks great. They make sure to maximize the look of every practical component in this film, including the aliens, including the facehuggers, including the ships, the vehicles, the screens, the buttons, and all that good stuff. And for the awesome practical effects that we get throughout this movie, the awesome set designs, the look of the CG in space, everything was just really well done when it came to the look of this movie. Yes, there is a slight hiccup there that I will not get into here, but you can check out the morgue and we will definitely break it down there. But here in Scary World, I will tell you this: the good outweighs the bad throughout the course of the movie. And in production, it is no different. This thing looks great. Go watch it on the biggest screen you can. And for this movie gets a 2 for this category. Everything just looks gorgeous. The story and the script for this movie was written by Fede Alvarez and his writing partner, Rodo Sayagues. The two have crafted a true gem with this movie.
Is this really where you want to spend the rest of your life?
You know I don't.
Then this is our only ticket out of here.
They managed to keep things simple while adding crucial complexity when needed. The pacing of the acts is well done, hitting all the proper beats and leading to an excellent third act. The second act does slow down due to exposition and development, but that's remedied when things don't go as planned for our characters and the action picks up in pace. I would have liked a little bit more in-depth story with this one, but folks, the simplicity of this story helps elevate everything around it. And this is why I am totally okay with this story being as simple as it is. It does pay homage and fan service to the franchise in certain ways that might polarize some, but I was a fan of the story here, of the core concept, and how everything unfolded. And for the awesome story we get and the action that's written into this story and the horror and the tension and the suspense, this movie gets a 2 for story. I really liked what they did here. I liked what they brought back from the other franchises, all the little Easter eggs and all that stuff. It was good fan service. Might have been a little bit too much fan service, yes, but again, the good outweighs the bad, even in this aspect. The cast does an admirable job with their roles. Cailee Spaeny shines as an action star, but the film's true star was David Johnson, who portrayed Andy.
Right, this is an F-44A pulse rifle. It's rotating breech electronic pulse action. That's what the Colonial Marines used.
Johnson chews up the scenes and makes his character unique and super interesting. He adds layers of much needed character complexity, which helps with the dynamics of the entire cast.
Annie, open the door. Annie, open the door.
What are you doing?
Come here,
Can you open the door?
Come here. It's all right, I'm gonna get you out. Don't look over there.
I need you to open that door right now. Come on, open the door.
The story needed more of Johnson and Spainey's character Rain. They drove this movie forward and deserved a lot more. This is one big gripe that I had with this movie. There's not much there with the characters, folks. There is fodder here, unfortunately, and we don't get the development of prior Alien installments and how much we get from the characters. Here they just kind of serve as a device to move the story along and add some action here and there depending on who we're talking about. But that being said, David Johnson, who portrays Andy, does a phenomenal job with his role. He's able to display a wide range of emotions, which help drastically, as I mentioned, because the majority of the cast is very one-dimensional. So when he's on screen and when Spainey's on screen as the character Rain, everything just kind of clicks, and that is why we needed some more of that. And for the awesome job done by David Johnson as Andy and Cailee Spaeney's Rain, this movie gets a 1 for ensemble. I feel like we deserved more from these characters, more for them to chew on, more scenes for them to steal, but what we got is sufficient for the story they wanted to tell. There is plenty of gorgeous looking gore and body horror. This movie does a great job with the xenomorphs and everything that comes with them. They look awesome. The perfect mix of practical and CG makes these monsters pop on the screen.
What's happening?
Something in the water.
I do wish the kills were highlighted on the screen more, but once again, the good outweighs the bad. I go more in depth with this on the new episode of The Morgue coming out this week, folks, that I wish the kills were a little bit better. What we got was great because they threw us a bunch of alien action to distract us from the fact that the kills were not the best, but I do wish that we would have, seen some more of that good stuff on screen. With all that said, the aliens looked freaking great. I love the practical aliens. I love what they did. They actually built these things from top to bottom. They were a real force on the set, and it really shows. It helps the actors with their action and their acting, and it makes a big difference. And I spoke about that in the production segment, and I'm going to speak about it here as well. Having the practical effects makes a huge difference, and you can tell the quality is just there, especially in the close-up shots of certain things. The quality of the practical definitely stands out and is truly a difference maker in this movie. And for all the awesome practical effects we get and the animatronics and the aliens and all that, this movie gets a 2 for horror. I really enjoyed what they did with the practical effects. I love the look of the aliens and I love the look of the face huggers. Everything just looks great in this movie. I do wish we got more on-screen kills, more explicit on-screen kills. But what we got in this movie was sufficient because the aliens and Act 3 alone is just, wow, really awesome and worth the price of admission. I had a lot of fun with this movie. As I mentioned before, the third act alone is worth the price of admission. Fede Alvarez knocked it out of the park with this movie. I'm really happy with how everything turned out. This film is not only made for the true fans of the franchise, but it is also accessible for any moviegoer entering the universe for the first time. I really enjoyed how this movie had a lot of connective tissue to the Alien franchise. Us Alien fans haven't been treated to something this good in a long time, including Prometheus and Covenant. Those did not hit our marks. We got something, but we didn't get what we wanted. We got what we wanted with Romulus. And for all the fun that I had in theater watching all the chaos ensue, this movie gets a 2 for legacy. I love the connective tissue that Fede Alvarez is able to sprinkle all over this script. It really makes a big difference. He does proper fan service. Sometimes it's a little too much, but I really enjoyed this movie through and through from start to finish. I like what Fede Alvarez did, and I am really, really happy for him, and I am happy for this franchise that we are getting back on track finally, and I'm glad that Fede Alvarez has another hit under his belt. So to tally it up, Alien Romulus received a 2 for production, a 2 for story, a 1 for ensemble, a 2 for horror, and a 2 for legacy, bringing its total score up to a 9. I really enjoyed this movie. I loved the way this movie was executed. I loved the production, everything. Aside from that one little hiccup, looks absolutely phenomenal. I think Fede Alvarez did a great job paying attention to the meticulous, small details that really make a difference. From the buttons they're clicking in the cockpit to the lab and everything we see inside the Romulus station, and the space shots, the action in outer space looked absolutely fantastic. I love how it looks. I really recommend this movie, folks. Go watch it in the biggest screen you guys can afford. It is a sight to behold and a lot of fun to watch it in theaters. And you can also catch the classics on Disney+. There's Alien and Aliens along with the rest of the franchise. Go enjoy yourself some Xenomorph fun this week, folks.
Can you tell me what time it is?
And that's a wrap, folks. Thank you for watching Scary World. Don't forget to drop a comment down below and hit the thumbs up on the video. Most importantly, do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have spoiler-free horror movie reviews for you guys dropping throughout the week. Plus, we have the official CorpseFeed podcast, The Morgue, dropping on Tuesdays, as well as dropping on all of your podcast streams. We have 205 episodes for you to check out anywhere you get your podcast streams. We also have at least 100 of those on YouTube. Go like, subscribe, and share. Go give us a thumbs up. Go give us a star rating anywhere you get your podcast streams and give us a review. We would highly appreciate it. Go check us out on all the socials because we are there, folks. We will see you next time for another episode. And remember, it's a scary world out there, but we are here to walk you through it.